going to do a ride today, and I'm going to go up in the mountain here and across through the forest to the house that you can see there, and then back through the forests, across through Hondon Valley. And my target is the hill there, and then back through the countryside and back out. Okay, after about 8, 10, maybe 12 weeks of not really been on the bike much because of the temperature being over 30 degrees day and night, I'm back on the bike for the second time in 2 days. It's these beautiful old ancient olive trees, you've got fig trees, you've got the old hacienda finca there, and then these are pomegranates. So as you can see on the trees, looking absolutely gorgeous. Pain in the backside to eat them, but this is what they look like. Straight lines. And the first little obstacle you see the James Bond house. I always think that looks like a James Bond villain's lair. Could you imagine it rising out of the sea? So rather than going up the mountain over here, which is the one I was up yesterday, I'm going to go up into the forest, and then I'm going to go through the forests across here, if I can find a good route. There you go, so one of the prevention of fire in the forestry vehicles. That's as far as cars are allowed to go. Bikes, horses and pedestrians from this point on. Now this is the point I would normally go up the track here, and that would take me up to the top of the mountain. But I think this is where you can choose to take another route. But which route? I just had a quick look on Google Maps, and I think maybe I should have taken the high road instead of the middle one. So the route I wanted to take has now got a private property sign on it, and that's the path I wanted to go on down there. But there is a path going up here, so let's have a look. Or does this just go to a farmer's field? Nearly. Narrow, wow. See signs of life, there's a building or something there, so it looks like the path goes round. That sign of life is somebody's vehicle. Hola, buenas. ¿Es posible
Sí,
salida?
pero tienes que ir por ahí arriba.
Ah, bien. Perfecto.
Ok.
Steven,
Steven Gonzalo.
¿qué tal?
Steven. Ah.
Sí. Esteban.
Steven, no se traducen los nombres.
Yeah.
John Lennon es John Lennon, no es Juan Lennon.
Ah, ok, sí.
Steven. Bien. Buena bici.
Mondraker.
Electric.
Electric, sí, sí,
Mejor.
con batería.
Ya tenemos una edad, canas, viejos.
Adiós.
Adiós, vete por ahí con cuidado. Venga.
Sí, bien.
Buen
Adiós.
Buen viaje.
Ven voy aquí.
Sí, ven por aquí arriba, mira, por aquí vas
Bien.
por ahí
Alta.
por aquí.
Perfecto. Gracias.
Por aquí es bancal, por aquí no se puede, no.
Bien. Adiós.
Thank you, gracias.
Oh, lovely chap. I've just had the bike serviced while it was too hot to ride. I've got new brakes. I also asked them to change the bike point, so my right hand is the rear brake, and there was a bit too much play in the brakes, and I asked them to adjust it, so it's sort of getting used to braking again. Probably good having a break for a couple of months. So relearning the bike point. Have a pick a nice path. And trust the bike. It's going to be a lot more competent than I am. On the sign, Hondon Valley, 3.7 kilometres, Carribiente 14.6. That's quite a drop down to my left side. You take a tumble, do it to the right if you can help it. It never looks as steep on the video when I watch it back as it is. Try and get some momentum and the correct gear. Hey. Mirador, Hondon de los Frailes, the Valley of the Friars. Hondon. El Fondo de las Nubes, which is Valenciano for Hondon de las Nieves. Sierra El Cantón, Sierra Pila, Peña La Mina, which everybody calls Sleeping Lady Mountain, Sierra El Gayat. Beautiful views. Looking quite dry after the summer. So it's Sunday the 13th of October. I think we've had one afternoon of rain in 6 months. So right, so down we go now. So the little building maybe you can see down there, which is the bus stop. Not many buses. And that's the Mirador, giving you a view out over the Mediterranean. And then we're going to take a very steep rocky path which takes us down into Hondon Valley, and then out into the countryside, and hopefully getting up towards the base of the mountain that we can see behind the pylon there. That's the target, so we'll see. So here we are at the bus stop. Which is actually the Mirador. You can come and sit and enjoy the views. Going downhill now. This is quite tricky. I will I'll have the seat out of the way. Pick my line here, lean back. And look about 5-10 metres in front of me. Try and weave my way through. And not pick up too much speed because I'd never stop. So rough. There we go, that's better piece. It's gone quiet and I'm concentrating. And this is the steepest bit. That's the back wheel trying to overtake the front wheel. And this looks big drop. There we go. Let's have a look. It probably looks nothing on the camera. Staying on the tracks. Heading towards the border with Murcia. Oh. Didn't put the seat down, so I try and get the seat down, pushing it with my legs rather than my backside. There you go. Let's see what that looks like. Just got to try and remember to keep my head still, not look around at too much stuff. Right. I don't think this is the track I'm meant to be on, but it's quite interesting. Right, so we're back on the chest mount, but we're definitely not going in the direction that we want to go in, but I've never been down here before, so let's have a look. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's a tidy little track. Oh. That view opens up nicely in front of us. So, it's the other end of the Hondon Valley. So we've come from Montañosa. So you can see the mountains I pointed out ages ago, El Cid, way in the distance on the horizon. And then La Montañosa, which is, I reckon, what are we talking for? 6 kilometres as the crow flies. But we've come out and we've gone into the mountains, up onto the green mountain there, and then along and through the mountains, down the tracks. Then we've come all the way up through the mountains here, down along the tracks, and to here. And then the border with Valencia and Murcia is where the mountain comes down here and the mountain comes down here. The border is in the middle, so we're very close to the border. And then the hill that is our target, or at least to get to it, or close to it as we can. is straight in front of us there. But to be honest with you, I've got no idea if we can. So that is where we're going. I can see a little path on the side there, but hell's bells, that looks steep. And I don't know whether you get to it from this side of the valley or from over there. So I'll have a quick look on Google. These are quite nice. Yeah, I'd say quite nice tracks. So I reckon a steep section to go down here. I don't want to be taking the track off in that direction because I can't see where it goes, but if I go up, get to sort of the horizon there, and if I can sort of find somewhere to the left, I think I can see a track heading in that direction, but I'm not sure. But we're right on the border here, so let's see how we get on. First this steep section, let's get the seat out of the way. I hope this looks steep on the video because it's bloody steep. Whee! That was front wheel spinning out. Wow, just caught it. Well, I seem to be making the right choice, or at least heading in the right direction. It's a bit milky today, but the Med is over in the distance there. I think I can see Alicante way over. So we are definitely in Murcia. No border crossing, no passport control, no ETIAS visas, just a chain. We definitely don't want to have any accidents now. I'm a long way from hell. And there, as I come round the corner, is the mountain. It might just be a silhouette for you on the video because the sun is directly above it. I'm really chuffed. Just got to watch to make sure there's no chains on some of these gates. see where it brings us out. Maybe we'll get a view across the mountains, I'm not sure. But been an enjoyable ride. And maybe it ended quicker than I thought. Let's go. Even out here, the land is used. These are all almond trees. Of course, these don't require any water. These are olives. And I'm starting to get some views of the other side of the mountain. Here we go. Oh, not bad. So I don't know if you can see the quarry down there. That's where they filmed the movie. Albuterra way off into the distance, and then right, I don't know if you can see where the sea is. The big tall buildings is Guardia del Segura, and then you go down the coast. I can just make out the lakes by the lagunas by Torrevieja, and then that's the touristic part of Spain there, and then Alicante, Elche over this side, and then the mountains going down the Vega Baja, fertile lands here, which head off down to Murcia, and then my target, the mountain, is there in front of me. So I consider that, considering all the getting lost at the very start, and I hadn't got a clue where I was, I am really chuffed. Fantastic. I think I'll have a couple of minutes here to get my breath back. So today's ride, I've ridden to that mountain. And I'm on the way back. And I've come from somewhere over there. And that's where I've got to go back to now. So according to the computer, I've done 16 kilometres. I don't know if you can see the profile on the ride here. Very up and down. I'm going to turn back. Try and go maybe a slightly different way to the way I've come, just for a change of scenery. But successful ride. Just spotted this as I head back. I have no idea what it is, but I hope it's not a trap or a snare. No idea. Staked in the ground, secured. And it's just holes drilled into a... I don't know. Let's hope it's not. Should leave nature be. I need to kill it. Maybe send that video to a friend of mine who has got animal charity. He'll know what it is. If it's there illegally, it can be taken out. Hey. Those little cottages that we passed earlier. I've spotted another cabin in the trees over there. This was somebody's home. Sort of a courtyard area here, and then the main house. As is typical, the rocks on the roof to keep the tiles in place. I can have a look inside. It's the old fireplace. So this would have been for the animals. Feeding troughs, more troughs. These over together. And this would have been the living area. Simpler times. I bet they didn't have fibre optic. And what have we seen in all this ride? 17 kilometres, coming up to 2 hours. We saw a guy with 2 dogs right at the very start. On one of the times when I was lost in the hill, we stumbled across the hairy mountain man, the friendliest man you could wish to meet. He's a really nice chap. And that's it. Camino Cañada Abanilla. Hondon de los Frailes. We're coming along a lane here. This is the Camino Abanilla. No idea why this is been tarmacked. again. That's where we've come from. And we went through the mountains this way to get there, and now we've come back round and down this way. Now I think we're going to be tarmac roads, Casastalto, and down into Hondon de los Frailes, which you can see straight in front of you. So that's the end of the ride, 28 kilometres, back where we started, looking at Sleeping Lady Mountain. Adios.